Welcome to the Random Ass Podcast. I'm your random asshole, Christopher Steele.
I'm the other random asshole, Steele-Rhoads.
So, last night, I was watching Avengers Infinity War again.
Yes.
And I noticed it before. I told you last night. They made a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, once you pointed it out, I can't unsee it.
Early in the movie, after Thanos gets the Tesseract, which is what? Reality. No, the space.
Yeah, Space Stone. Space Gem.
He already got the power from Nova Corps.
Yep.
Decimated them, took the power. He decimates the Asgardians and takes the Tesseract, which is Space Stone.
Yes.
When he gets that, his underling that Tony Stark refers to as Squidward. He says nobody has wielded two
Infinity Stones.
It takes royalty or something like that. I'm like, wait a minute. You're full of shit. Because technically Loki did wield two.
But if he did, if the royalty thing was mentioned, that would make sense as well.
Right, but still, they didn't count Loki.
Right.
They said nobody has. And technically, Loki had wielded two Infinity Stones at the same time.
Yep.
One holding the Tesseract, the Space Infinity Stone. He had his staff, which contained the Mind Infinity Stone.
Yep.
So he was wielding two Infinity Stones.
In the very first movie, someone was not paying attention.
Yeah.
That's all that is someone was not paying attention. Either that or they're setting up that Loki will be able to be the one to grab the Infinity Gauntlet, be the next one to wield the Infinity Gauntlet, because they don't have Doctor Doom yet in the story.
Right.
And Doctor Doom was one of the ones to...
But they got him now.
Demolish. Yeah, exactly. Right?
Technically, they got him now.
But they could have been aiming it for that, and then now they got this whole thing, and they're like, "Oh, piss! What do we do?"
Uh-oh. People might notice that.
Right?
Yeah, I know. I'm probably like the only person that noticed.
I don't think so. If you noticed it, there's probably 3 YouTube videos up right now talking about how bad they fucked up because of that.
I noticed it, like the first time I watched it too. But
it didn't click.
I just hadn't said anything because I ended up forgetting by the time we discussed it.
Right. Which is per usual for us. Like we'll have got a great subject to talk about, and we get up here and we're like,
I forgot. Let's just jerk off.
let's just keep it random. That's why we call it the Random Ass Podcast. We have shitty memories.
And we get off the subject
very fast. Yeah, we just roll from one thing to the next because we're such fucking clods.
But yeah, technically he might not have wielded them to their full potential.
Still had them.
But he still wielded them.
Well, you could also think about it like this. Thanos is handling the gems themselves to put into the gauntlet.
Right.
Where Loki had them in 2 containers.
Right.
Like he wasn't wielding either of them to any monochrome of their potential at any point.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like, I can see how they could get around it to be like, oh, well, I mean, yeah.
But technically, he did wield.
Yeah. But he didn't touch them. Like, Peter Quill is the only human to touch him and survive. Through the help of Guardians, of course.
Yeah. Wow. And what was with the whole gauntlet, like, melting and shit
I'm not sure.
at the end? When
Well, it might be like Dragon Balls.
and then he snapped his fingers and
Like it melted away and shit.
he went away. He opened and disappeared.
Could be. I mean, that could be why there was an Infinity Gauntlet in.
That was fake.
Maybe.
No, they said it was fake.
Maybe. It was said on an internet video that it was fake.
No.
In
Thor Ragnarok, they said it was fake.
That he knows of. Of course, they're not going to say, yeah, we got a real fucking Infinity Gauntlet chilling in there.
No, how it says it.
I know.
So.
And we're going to believe her?
There's only two things that were in the Odin's vault that were real.
I doubt that.
The Tesseract.
Maybe after Loki sold him for drugs. Oh.
And
the only two real things.
And whatever the thing she used.
Fuck.
Why she went into the vault.
I'm fucking drawing a blank.
I know, I am too. I'm like, shit, I know she went. Was it resurrect her army?
Yes. But again, why would we believe her? She's the bad guy.
Actually, a lot of bad guys tell the truth.
Yeah, well, maybe. Still not gonna trust him.
Thanos might be a bad guy, but he tells the truth.
I won't take good guys at their fucking word. What makes you think I'm gonna take a bad guy at their word?
Bad guys are more honest than good guys.
Yeah. Sometimes, some of them are.
A lot of them are. Nowadays.
Nowadays, yeah, they're the only honest. They're truly some of the only honest ones at a certain point.
You're like, what? Because look, Odin's supposed to be a good guy. How much of a liar is he?
He's a shitbag sometimes.
Luckily, he's dead.
As far as we know.
That's why hell is free.
Hella free. Yeah. Just means a lot of free to certain people.
Like I said, you look at definitely Marvel villains. They're actually the most honest people.
Yes, that I won't even fucking.
Doctor Doom.
He is the most. All he wants is to rule the world. That's all. Doesn't want much. Just to control the world.
And
nothing illegal there.
It's a utopian world if he runs it.
Right.
It's the only perfect world. Only perfect future is with him in charge.
Yeah. Which I can see them doing that as a long-term goal or like a long-term ending for the MCU, which I don't ever see them ending.
No.
I see reboots.
But and now Magneto, totally honest.
Right.
Might not like what he has to say, but he's honest.
Right.
Thanos. He doesn't lie.
No. Hell, Thanos isn't even actually a bad guy.
He's considered the villain.
He's considered the villain because people have a problem with population control. I consider the whole Infinity War thing to be a fucking propaganda against population control.
Right.
And like that goes against religion. If you're in for population control, that's against religion. Be fruitful and multiply. All right, we're multiplied ourselves to cancerous rates. Okay, we can lay the fuck off. I think Thanos has a point. We need to knock off about half of our population. You know what we should do? We should one of us should become president, and then we get 6 nukes and name them the Infinity Gems, and we strategically drop them into locations.
I'm going to solve the world's problems when I'm president.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to go wait till the G8 summit goes, cancel my fucking plane ticket, and nuke the piss out of that fucking place. Same with the Vatican. Same with fucking United Nations.
I'm keeping my military around for a minute.
Right.
My first thing I'm going to do is everybody's going visiting the Grand Canyon. I'm going to have an office in the Grand Canyon. On the edge.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot people and fill the Grand Canyon with their dead bodies.
All we got to do is just find a way to get all the politicians in the world in one place at one time.
I'm not talking just politicians. I'm talking to everybody.
Oh, yeah. But no, if we start with the politicians, we can get them out of the way. And then work with the police next. Get all these people that think they have authority over people and get them the fuck out of our way.
I'm keeping my military around so I can fix the rest of the world.
We don't need a fuck. If you get rid of our military, the rest of the fucking world will put theirs the fuck away.
Not Korea.
Yeah, Korea. The only reason that they fucking even have nukes is because we sold them to them, so we have a reason to fucking fight in the fucking first place. If we stopped selling arms to the fucking people that want to kill us, which very rarely do any of them actually want to kill us, we go over there and start shit first.
Years ago, one of the short-lived Comedy Central shows, I forget which one it was, a comedian was talking about they're building bombs. Yeah, but it's from Korea. You ever have anything built made in Korea?
Not fucking great. Yeah, well, hell, dude, when people are like, oh, they got fucking nukes that could reach California, I'm like, how? They can't even reach fucking India, and they're like right there.
They can't even make a watch that
fucking keeps decent time.
That fucking stays in one piece. Right. You put it on, you get doing.
Like fucking cartoon springs hanging out everywhere. Yeah.
It's Korea.
Well, you notice that we do arm our enemies. No one can deny that.
Right.
But you notice that the enemies we arm are the weakest, saddest group of shitheads you will ever fucking... And even when they arm our own guys to be like fucking domestic terrorists, do you remember the one in Texas where they give him everything to do it, and just as he's about to fucking hit the detonator, they arrest his ass, even though they gave him a detonator that wouldn't fucking work anyway. And it's like, okay, so you get like the fucking simple, fucking softest headed, shit faced jackass, convince him that this is the thing you want him to do, and then arrest him.
Right.
How is that, like, we're making our own fucking enemies? We are no different than Batman. As much as I love Batman, if Batman didn't exist, Batman's villains would not exist either.
Right.
Like, it's...
I'll let you buy into Gotham.
Fuck Gotham. Gotham is full of shit. I don't at all buy into Gotham.
Sorry, you gotta get up for a minute.
Oh, no problem. But if we stopped making our own enemies, we wouldn't have fucking half the problems we have nowadays. And then if you say that, I know I'm probably gonna fucking catch hell for saying this on our podcast. Hopefully, if someone's watching, NSA, how you doing, guys? We'll accept your views too.
Our other podcast, I'm pretty sure it's getting back. Somebody at WWE offices
is watching our shit.
Watching our shit.
Yep.
Because there's stuff that's been stolen.
Flat out.
From us.
Yeah, you can't even deny it. They could try.
Was it Ms. Ross?
Yep.
We use different people.
But yeah.
But we came up with that.
Yeah. We just kind of expanded upon the Damien Mizdow thing to a startling degree. I mean, hell, we just had him called The Miz, and then, like that was the team name. And all of a sudden, it's the Mr. Raj. I'm like, wait, what?
That's one of the things that's been stolen from us.
Right? That's just, did it just fucking happen?
How are we not getting views, but our shit's getting stolen?
Right.
That makes no sense.
It really makes no fucking sense at all. None. Have you seen Incredibles 2 yet?
No.
I've seen bits and pieces.
I watched yesterday. I watched 3 movies, and I was trying to watch a 4th, but fell asleep at the very beginning of it. I watched. The one I fell asleep was Captain Underpants.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it. I did watch Cars 3.
Nice.
And that's actually pretty good. A hell of a lot better than the second one. Maybe not quite as good as the first. But what do you expect?
Right.
Usually the first is always the best.
Yeah, I think the only thing that has actually gotten better with every additional movie is the MCU.
Right. Well, Thor Ragnarok was the best Thor.
Right.
But Dark World wasn't as good as the first.
Right. Dark World had a lot of ground to make up for, though, too.
Then there was, like, the Iron Man movies. I thought those got worse. In my opinion.
No, wait, what ones?
Iron Man.
Yeah. Yeah. But the overall...
I know people will be like, oh, Iron Man movies are great.
Some are, yeah. I mean, they can be.
No. Some of the acting was great. But the stories weren't.
Right.
The first one was the only decent one.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's the only decent one. It's the best of them. 3 ranks a little bit better than 2.
No. I have to disagree. Because wasn't 3 with the Mandarin? And he's not even really the Mandarin.
Right.
When that happened, they just shit on everything. And it's like, no. This movie sucks now.
That was, yeah.
And then... Well, lately, yes. MCU is getting it right.
Right.
And shit is actually getting better.
It's progressing. It's picking up pace.
But they had an ultimate goal. After the next Avengers, it might not be that way.
Right. Hopefully.
Because their ultimate goal was only up to Avengers 4. Or 5, because Civil War was actually Avengers.
Yeah. Civil War is very much Avengers.
That's not Captain America movie, thank you very much. It's fucking Avengers. Just because
Hulk wasn't in it.
Hulk and Thor weren't there doesn't mean it's not an Avengers movie.
No, they had Ragnarok.
They were off somewhere else. You had other Avengers members taking their place.
Right.
It's an Avengers movie.
It is an Avengers. It's a fucking Avengers movie.
It's not a Captain America movie. Don't give me that shit. It's Avengers Civil War, not Captain America Civil War.
No lie. There's a lot of those where... A lot of movies where it's like, why did they title it that? Like, Rambo's, perfect example. Like, the first one's First Blood. Then the second one is Rambo First Blood 2. And for some reason, they're just like, let's call the third one Rambo 3. Everybody calls the movies Rambo anyway. It's like, well, yeah, but no. If you like are stumbling through and you find like First Blood 1, like, oh, this is pretty good. Oh, First Blood 2 Rambo. Oh, this must be the first Rambo movie. Okay, I get it. And then they did Rambo 2 and then 3. Wait, where the hell's this middle movie? Where's Rambo 2 at? There's a phantom movie that does not exist in their naming chronology. It's not like they did good. They should have just retconned it all when they did the re-releases. Called it Rambo 1, 2, and 3. Would have made life super easy.
Right.
Made it just like frickin' Rocky.
Who does he think he is? He thinks he's Who do you think you are? He thinks he's Rambo.
He thinks he's Rambo.
Which is hilarious because he is.
Right.
That's in Stop Where My Mom Will Shoot. Where he fucking destroys half the city.
Town, yeah.
Half the city. Alright, I got a movie quote for you.
Okay.
Can you tell me what movie this is from?
Doubt it. Oh.
You see any cows down here? You're saying that this is Rat? Ah, that's a pretty good Rat.
The hell is that? I know that movie. Why do I know that movie?
We're just talking about the actor.
Stallone?
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Demolition Man.
Oh, damn it, yeah.
When they're down in the sewers, he gets the hamburger.
That's right.
That's right. It's not a cow. It's Rat.
It's Rat. Pretty good Rat.
And he finishes off the hamburger. He continues eating it.
Why not? Fuck it.
Alright, so what do you want to do for picks?
Let's go with... That's a rough one.
Horrible sequels?
Yeah, there we go. Horrible sequels. Like, worst sequels that we've ever seen.
I would start with Scream 2. Scream was a good movie. And then Scream 2 came out and you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
But, on the other hand, when Scream 3 came out, and you watch that, Scream 3 actually makes Scream 2 better.
Yeah, because they do a lot of good retconning in that.
To make it a trilogy. Then Scream 4 fucked it up.
Of course they did.
But Scream 4 was actually saying it was a reboot.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't care what they say, it was not a fucking reboot.
No, because it's Scream 4.
Yeah.
But in the movie, they're saying it's a reboot, not a sequel.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, God. I'm gonna go with... We were just talking about it. Rambo 2. Wasn't a big fan. What? Well, actually, I'll even put it one step further. Rambo 3 was the worst of the three of them.
I wasn't a big Rambo fan.
Like, the first one was a good movie. It's really well done. It made sense. Everything kind of fell together, and then all of a sudden he becomes this freaking like crazy-ass mercenary. Now, mind you, the Rambo reboot was fucking amazing. They did a great job with that one, but 2 and 3 just sucked. But I'll just consolidate that into 3. 3 was fucking terrible. There would have been no 2, there would have been no 3. They still would have done the reboot. I can pretty much guarantee that. Because you can skip 2 and 3 and still have a cohesive story.
Alright. I'm going to go with the animated one. The Return of Jafar.
Yeah.
That was horrible. And the reason it was so bad, well, let's be honest, Robin Williams was not involved. Robin Williams wanted a piece of the property.
And for good reason.
And they're like, no, we'll get somebody else to do it.
Which bit him right in the fucking ass. And for good reason.
And it's like, alright, that's fine. I don't care.
Right.
And they're like, then after Return to Jafar, they're like, we want to do another one, but this time we have to have Robin Williams.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll give him what he wants.
I mean, when they gave the job to Robin Williams, they animated the character after him. It's next to impossible to have anybody else come in and voice him. I don't care how frantic they are.
And the third one, King of Thieves, was actually real good. I actually think it was better than the original.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
They gave Robin Williams what he wanted.
And they got exactly what they paid for. He
Right.
got what he wanted, they got what they wanted. Which is good.
Alright. But Return of Jafar is crap.
Yeah. Definite crap. I would say any of the Transformers sequels, but I didn't like the first one either, so...
I actually like those movies.
They're fucking terrible.
They're not as bad as you think.
No, they are. Like, the first 3 movies, I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on during any of the action scenes. It just looked like a bunch of fucking machines. It looked like a bunch of car accidents happening simultaneously. It's just like, why do I give a shit about this? I've got one asshole I don't like. I can't stand Shia LaBeouf. Haven't liked the motherfucker since Holes. Like, I just cannot fight even Stevens, like, all that. Like, I cannot fucking stand him. So, when they're like, let's make him the lead, I'm just like, fuck Transformers. The best, oddly enough, the best Transformer movie is the one with Marky Mark. I haven't seen the newest one, but, let's see. I would say Transformers, but that just doesn't count. I'll go with the second Resident Evil movie. It's just fucking unnecessary.
You know, a lot of people always tell me that that's the best one.
Yeah, no. I have to disagree. Yeah, they did a lot to shove more characters from the games into that one, but Jill should have been in the first one. It should have been no Alice. Alice was complete shit. It was just the director trying to get his fucking wife in the movie. I love Mila Jovovich too. Like, she does a great job, but Alice is bullshit. Period.
I'm like I've said before, and this will lead into my final pick.
Right.
There is, really, in my opinion, no good video game based movies. None that are like, oh, you gotta watch this, it's the greatest movie.
Yeah, those don't exist.
And leading that, like I said, this leads into my pick. A decent video game based movie that the sequel was crap.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation. The problem is with that, it's like 3 of the fucking main characters, the actors didn't come back.
Right.
So they replaced the actors for 3 main characters. And like, this is not Christopher Lambert.
That was the biggest blow. They could have changed everybody else and no one would have cared, but Christopher Lambert was just like the death blow.
Right. That's my whole problem is Christopher Lambert
is too memorable of an actor to just go to literally pick up like right where the last one leaves off and be like, oh yeah, did you just watch that other one? Because it's everybody's different now. And Kung Lao, where the fuck is like he just kind of appears.
Like no. Christopher Lambert made the first one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
His take on Raiden was great.
Yeah, fucking perfect. God of Thunder, perfect. Almost better than fucking Thor. Almost.
All right, so that was your last pick.
My last pick, I'm saving my absolutely. I knew I was going to say this as soon as you said the fucking shitty sequels idea. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely going on the list. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2.
Oh yeah. God
awful, canon breaking story. Like it is just, it makes no fucking sense to the rest of the fucking franchise. Like the entire, if one person in the room falls asleep, then he can attack everybody. When the fuck did that become a rule? Like the parents fall asleep and then he's out like at the pool party fucking murdering everybody. Like what the fuck? Or cuts his way out of the host body and fucking steps out and then somehow the dude's still lying. Like wait, this is fucking bullshit. It's all bullshit. We know Jesse's gay. We don't care.
Why is it that I can put on the so now I can put on the glove and become Freddy?
Yeah, yep. Same thing I thought.
No, that was that. Not only is that a horrible sequel, that is the worst
Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Nah,
ever.
The reboot was horrible too.
I don't count that. I don't count that. I'm sorry, I can't. I do not count that. It's not. No. That does not get counted.
It is the worst Robert Englund Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Yeah. And that's even counting New Nightmare.
I didn't mind New Nightmare.
Of all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, it was the least scary. It was the hackiest of all of them. Like it was. It was just like a fucking hack premise. It was a cash grab. Like they should have left it go after Freddy's dead and just let it end. And then like the only way to have him come back is the Freddy vs. Jason movie.
Now, my theory on Freddy is the real way to kill him is destroy that house.
Yeah, because destroying the bones didn't do shit. Just pissed him off.
They destroyed everything else. Everything else that has been destroyed.
Except the glove. The glove is probably the where the power is harnessed.
I have a feeling it is the house. Originally.
It would make sense. That actually does make good logical sense.
Because even New Nightmare.
No. Because in Freddy's Dead, it's a different house.
It's
when he's doing
the same house.
When he's doing the killings, it's a different house. Then his wife leaves him, and he ends up in the house that they kill him in.
No, they killed him in the...
They kill him in the basement of the house that he moved in when he was single. Because the daughter would have recognized the house growing up in that house. Well, and she acts like it's an all-new thing to her. There's no shed in the backyard. I've seen the backyard in that fucking movie 1,000 times. There is no backyard. It's a fucking it leads right to an alley. Like, we know this. So when they show him talking to the little girl and then goes back to the shed to beat the hell out of the mom the rest of the way, like, that's a different house. So I'm assuming that the glove is where the power resides because he made it after he was
that way. I thought
he had other gloves, but the razor gloves.
They destroyed the glove in the second one.
The second one doesn't fucking count. Like, that's all I can say about the second one. It just doesn't count. It's canon breaking if it does. It destroys the entire story.
But
because in that fucking case, why doesn't Freddy just cut out a fucking Nancy in the first one? Or why doesn't fucking why doesn't he attack the fucking jock when he's shredding Tina on the fucking wall in the first? Like, it doesn't make sense. The second one cannot be canon. It has to be like an urban myth story being told in the universe of Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, I could see that being a way to make it canon, but like, no. You just, no, you can't. And also, isn't it in the third one they find the glove in the closet?
Maybe.
They destroy it in the foundry in the second one, yeah, but in the third one they find it in the stashed up in the closet. So, but he also had multiple gloves. Like, in the one book I read that was a novelization of it, he's got a barbed wire wrapped fingers. He's got electrical gloves that can shock. So it's like, there's a whole bunch of Freddy we've never seen.
Right.
Which I would think would be, those are where I would be taking the fucking movies, honestly. Like, let's see how fucking crazy we could push this.
It don't matter. It doesn't work anymore.
No, we don't have, like, Robert Englund's getting too old to be the character anymore.
That's the first problem. But horror movies don't work in general.
Yeah, well, it's because they fucking use the same trope hack fucking bits every fucking time. Like, if you've seen the bit before, you know what's coming. No one's original when it comes to horror. Like, there are horror movies that can fucking scare the crap out of you, but everybody goes for horror comedy now. It's like, oh, let's fucking, Freddy made a killing with that horror. No, I want to fucking watch a horror movie that makes me go, that should just fucking happen. Like, snuff type horror movies are about the only way that it's going to be able to fucking go and be scared. A horror movie that's
not that scary, but effective.
What's that?
Darkness Falls.
The Tooth Fairy one?
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, again, that's just basically, to me, a retelling of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right.
Like, the good movies have been done, and they're just kind of rehashing the same thing over and over again.
There is no original ideas in Hollywood.
I mean, there are. You just can't find it. Like, they're all independent movies that you have to fucking go out of your way to look to find. In Hollywood, no. In movies, yes. Like, I can't wait for the Poughkeepsie tapes to actually get released. This movie was recorded in, like, the early 2000s, got one showing, and the brothers just kind of put it away. They've made other movies since then, and they're just like, we're just gonna leave this alone for a while and let everybody forget that this movie exists, and then we're gonna bring it out. So me mentioning this right now has probably pushed it back another 15 years. Shit! And I've seen clips of it, and it looks scary as fuck, because it's a found footage film filmed from the perspective of a serial killer who records all of his victims. Like, like the beginning of House of a Thousand Corpses. Wait, no, it's not the beginning of House of a Thousand Corpses. It's the bonus scene with Otis. Where fucking Otis it's Otis and Tiny. Tiny's got the camera, and then Otis kind of just shows up in the frame, and it's like all shot snuff filmy, really fucking spooky. Like, there's a couple of, like, the first time I saw House of a Thousand Corpses, I'm like, I don't want to fucking go driving in the woods. Like, I live in the woods, and I'm like, I don't want to go driving out in the fucking, like, wooded areas all that much anymore. I'm definitely not stopping at any chicken shacks in the middle of fucking nowhere.
All right, so we better wrap it up.
Yeah. Okay. So my last one was Nightmare on Elm Street. What's yours?
Oh, I did my last one. I started it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right.
Well, till next time.
Like, share, subscribe.
Tell your friends.
Comment.
Tell your friends.
Tell your enemies.
Tell your frenemies.
Keep it random.
Until next time. Peace.